Electric motorcycles are not touring motorcycles, and I'm sick of bike reviewers reviewing them as such. I'm going to tell you why. So like a lot of people, I love going on YouTube and looking at reviews of Zeros, of the Harley-Davidson Livewire, of Arrrrrrrgggghhhhh. I like looking at reviews of electric motorcycles. What gets me though, and what really makes me angry, is that most reviews are from guys who, yeah, they're serious riders, they've been riding bikes their whole life, they take, trips on bikes, and they always review electric bikes as if they're meant to be this do-everything touring motorcycle or motorcycles, and they're not. So let me take a step back and explain why electric motorcycles are not touring motorcycles, okay? So bikes like the Harley-Davidson Livewire and Arrrrrrrgggghhhhs, if I'm saying that right, they have what's called level 3 charging, and that's essentially DC quick charging. So if you have those stations and you pay, you can essentially recharge the bike anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, okay? That is your best case scenario. So you're riding, let's say, like on a touring bike, you get on the highway, you're going 70, 75 miles per hour. An electric bike, going that speed, you're probably going to get safely about 80 miles. So in order for electric bikes to be touring motorcycles or trip bikes, your best case scenario is that you have, like Tesla does with their supercharger network, you have dedicated level 3 chargers that are proprietary to, let's say, Harley-Davidson or Zero, even though there's no Zero motorcycle that takes level 3, or Arrrrrrrgggghhhh, just like Tesla does, every 80 to 100 miles. Probably, to be safe, probably every 50 to 80 miles. Zero motorcycles, if you have the Zero SRF or the SRS that has built-in level 2 charging, let's say you have the premium model, so you're getting 6 kilowatts of charger. If you have dedicated level 2 chargers on a route, your best bet is you're looking at least an hour to 2 hours to get a good amount of charge to be able to keep going on your trip. And that's if you have level 2 chargers along a route that's already planned out. So what's my point? Reviewers, please stop comparing electric motorcycles to traditional internal combustion engine bikes that have been around for 100 years, all right? Electric bikes are not there yet. Okay, so then why would you buy an electric motorcycle? They're way more expensive than a Honda or Kawasaki or even a lot of Harleys. And there's no simple answer to that. My answer is that once you go electric, you don't ever want to go back, and I just love electric torque, electric thrust, electrically powered vehicles. As I've explained in many of my other videos, there's just so much less fuss with a bike like this. You get on it, you turn the key on, you put the kickstand up, and you go. There's no clutch, there's no waiting for the engine to rev down. There's no shifting. Like these boots that I've had for probably almost a year now, because my left side doesn't do anything. There's no scuff on my boot from shifting. I mean, something that simple, like you're not gonna ruin a pair of boots. Another thing about touring on these type of motorcycles, kind of like taking long trips on a crotch rocket or naked bike, they're not the most comfortable bikes for long trips. So what do I mean by that? So I'm gonna go for a longer ride after I shoot this clip, and let's turn the bike on. It's charged 100%, fully charged. My longer rides are about 80 miles, 80 to 100 miles. And by the time I get back, I am ready to get off this bike and take a long break. Now you might think that conduces itself to a long charging time. Well, yeah, but I don't want to like wait around for an hour or 2 hours in somewhere I don't know, just to get back on the bike and drive for another long while. Anyway, so right now it's 100%, and the range indicates 133.9 miles. Again, that's 133.9 miles. Now, let's say, to be safe, I go on a 110-mile trip. That's a long way, in my opinion, especially on a bike like this with no windshield, pretty thin seat. It's comfortable, but it's small. And again, like, that's a fun ride, in my opinion, and by the time I get back, I'm ready to get off the bike and take a long break, have a beer, eat some food, chill out. So let's do a simple price comparison. So Zero's SRS, their brand new fairing bike, it's beautiful. I really like one, I'd love to have one. They start at just under $20,000. Well, actually, I should step back. For $20,000, you get the premium model, which has the 6 kilowatts of charging, heated grips, a couple other little features, little bells and whistles. Now, for 21, for just under, I'm sorry, For just under $22,000, you could buy yourself a brand new Harley-Davidson Street Glide. Now, I said I'd never have a Harley again. I might, who knows, I can't predict the future. Anyway, for just a little more, you can have a brand new Harley-Davidson Street Glide. Why do I compare it to a Street Glide? Well, that's my favorite Harley-Davidson if I had the money. That would be my ideal touring bike. Got a great big fairing, keep the wind out of your face, off your helmet. It's got radio, it's got gauges, it's got hard saddlebags, it's got nice big seats, nice comfortable seats. It's got foot pads. I mean, for the same money, you're getting pretty much a fully fairing, fully spec'd out Harley-Davidson. So when will electric bikes actually be good for touring? Well, a couple things. So my ideal resting time on a long road trip when I'm on a motorcycle, when I had my gas bikes, was probably about 20 minutes, okay? So you need a bike that gets about 100 miles on a charge at highway speeds and can refuel or recharge in about 20 minutes. And I will tell you, electric motorcycles are a long way away from there. But that's okay. Again, look at the type of riding you do. And if you take long trips, if you like to ride for hours on end, don't buy an electric motorcycle. It's that simple. However, if you like instant torque, plenty of quickness, no fuss, no hassle, very efficient to ride, very efficient to refuel, very efficient to maintain. Like I was saying, 100% charge, 133.9 miles of indicated range. See you when I get back. Oh, hi. Just got back from about an 82-mile ride. It's a good ride, nice day. My gloves in there. Yeah, 82-mile ride. I have 33% battery left and about 40 miles of indicated range. So that's about, what is that? 122 total miles of range. More than enough. I'm ready to get off the bike for a while and plug it in whenever, have a beer, enjoy the rest of my day. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Rode about 82 miles, got 40 miles of range left, 33 battery percent.